Hey guys, Al here. So most of the Midwest, most of the country is getting ready for this super cold temperature, and I just got done emptying our wood burning fireplace. So we don't heat with it primarily, but we do use it quite often in the winter time, and probably burn through a couple cords of firewood depending on the year and our schedule. But I always like to keep my ash. So it's really important to understand your soil by doing soil tests. We've talked about that a lot. If you take the soil right around my home here, the pH is actually above 7. So I would not want to put ash down. One, any of the micronutrient stuff that would be in there aren't going to be available at that high of a pH anyways. And number two, I don't want to raise that pH any higher. So it would not be a good use. Sometimes people go, oh, ash is great. Well, that's under the assumption that you have a low pH. So keep that in mind. However, I'm not going to raise the pH of an acre with the ash that I burn between, outside brush piles and, inside wood burning. However, I find it to be a really nice amendment to my lime. So this is burned down pretty well. I'll show you. So if I'm putting, say, pellet lime on a field with a PTO spreader, which most of my areas I can't get into an ag buggy just because of my terrain and things like that. So let's say I'm filling up the PTO spreader with 400 pounds of pelletized lime or 700 pounds, I forget what it holds. And I go ahead and say, okay, I can top it off with 100 pounds of ash for this field that's at a low pH. It's typically a free source that you can get, and you're also going to get some macro and also micronutrients in those forms, primarily organic forms. You're not going to have much nitrate or anything like that left, and it's going to be that available. So if you're putting lime down now, it'll be available in the spring as it kind of breaks down and goes in the soil. So it's going to have a pH neutralizing impact, at least from an increase in pH perspective. It's also going to have a little bit of nutrients. So just a quick tip I'd like to give every year about using wood ash to feed your soil and feed your wildlife and feed your plants.